dust storm, man.
Nobody calls Han Solo a bitch.
Bring him on. I prefer a straight fight to all this sneaking around.
I don't know where you get your delusions, laser brain.
Oh, come on, bro. It's the wars.
All right, so I would say that we are coming to you this week with some shocking news, but it would only be shocking if a Star Wars feature film was going to make its original projected date. This is The Wars and More. I'm Joe, and of course with me is my good buddy Doug. Hey Doug, how you doing this week?
Doing pretty good. How you doing, Joe?
I'm doing all right. More of the same.
Yes.
More of the same. And I guess it's not fair to already make that assumption that it's not going to make its original date.
I don't think it's going to make its original date.
I don't either. I don't either.
That's where I'm at. Yeah.
Right, so what we're talking about is Patty Jenkins' Rogue Squadron.
Yes.
So production is being delayed. Production was originally slated to begin in 2022. It's looking like that is going to be pushed off till at least 2023. And with a December 2023 release date, that's tightening things up a bit for Disney Star Wars.
Yeah. I got a feeling that would be pushing it, doing all the what do you call it? Jeez. All this. Yeah.
The entire production, right? All the filming.
You got the filming, everything. the post, all of that stuff. All all of the CGI work you're going to do after filming and all that. Yeah, I think.
Well, I think the only way you feel confident about this production still making its date, and I'd say the only way that you feel confident about that is if, and I say this, love him or hate him, is if Rian Johnson was doing it.
Right.
Because that guy seems to be able to really make a date, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, you can question a lot of stuff about him and his involvement in Star Wars.
Right. You can question his choices, but you can't question his work ethic, right?
Yeah.
He gets the job done.
Yeah.
Creative choices, you can question all you want.
I could just imagine, I was like, all right, take one. Perform the scene. That's a wrap. All right, cool. Got it. That's a take. Well, let's go.
Yep.
Yeah. It's it's curious because this seemed kind of like a firm thing when we heard about it, right? Like this was it. This was going to happen, and here's the date.
And okay, here's the sticking point for me, right? It's because I'm reading from the Hollywood Reporter, right?
Yep.
And it says the hope is that once Jenkins fulfills her previous commitments, she will be able to return to the project. Okay, what? Previous commitments, like, do they not have a freaking schedule? Like,
well,
are their schedules pushed back?
I might have a little insight on that. So I was reading from this article in Us Magazine. So it says Jenkins, who is set to write and direct the third Wonder Woman film, has been toying with the concept for a while. However, the Emmy nominee revealed that she wasn't ready to commit to the story until the team gets closer to filming. Quote, she says, "I've really hit the pause button because the truth is, where that plotline was coming from was our state of being 6 months ago. And so I want to make sure that I'm totally absorbing whatever the result of this pandemic is." So.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
So the pandemic has influence on your writing? Is that what I'm getting out of that?
So I'm I'm jumping to the conclusion that she wants to incorporate something that reflects on, what we've all gone throughout all of this in the film or something.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's kind of like let's see how this plays out first, then we'll get the movie done.
Is that how we get out of it, Wonder Woman?
I guess.
That's the solution to the
I think
pandemic?
so. Yes. I'm having a little trouble with this. And if okay, look, don't get me wrong. She's a great director, writer, all that. But man, does she really have the clout to say, yeah, you know what? I'm just going to hold off to finish this project and we're just going to push Star Wars back a little bit. Like, what? Really? Yeah.
Yeah, it's really weird that I don't know. I didn't realize that Wonder Woman 3 was slated before Rogue Squadron.
I'm guessing so because this is supposedly going to be the third and final Wonder Woman movie, and the first one was brilliant. The second one was okay. She basically says in this article that she has to get everything in there that she wants in this third one, and for some reason, how the pandemic plays out is
part of
a
that
factor. She didn't say it's going to be in it or it's part of the movie or anything like that, but saying what I just quoted her on there, that's
yeah, I mean, because it's interesting, like waiting to see how the pandemic plays out, things like that. That's something you expect from execs trying to release a movie,
right? Yes.
Not from people writing the damn thing.
Exactly.
So is Wonder Woman 3 supposed to be the modern times?
She did say that okay, here in fact I'm going to quote, I'm not planning to put this in the past again because where are you going to go? You have to go forward. It's definitely a contemporary story. That's all I can say. So I'm assuming this is going to be, based in a present day to future type scenario. So judging from that quote.
Okay. I just would like to mention what escapism is.
Exactly. Thank you, Joe. Yeah. Say it.
I live with this bullshit every day, right?
Right.
Like I'm done with the pandemic, and there's no real understanding of when the end is in sight, right?
Right.
When we're going to come out on the other side of this, when we're going to get a leg up.
Yep.
When we're going to get this virus under control. The last thing I want to do is go to the movies or watch a movie in my house about this thing.
Yes.
Because I have to live with that every day, and I don't need that. That's great for history.
Yes.
Because I love history movies, right? So
Sure.
in 10 years, when we're on the other side of this,
right,
and it's a done deal, I'd love to watch it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I remember when, right?
Yes. But right now, I want to watch something else.
Yeah.
So that's the way. I mean, that right there turns me off from Wonder Woman 3. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to see this anymore.
I agree. And she doesn't say that she has to wait for this to play out in order to figure out how to incorporate it into the film or anything, but it kind of alludes to
it playing a role.
It affecting what's going to be in the movie somehow. Yeah. I agree. For me, it's like, this is all fantasy. It's all make-believe stuff, right?
Right.
There's no warrior goddess in the real world, so don't take the real world to the warrior goddess, you know?
Right. And if there's a warrior goddess that can, like, fix this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm all in.
Yeah. Get on it.
Yeah. All in. But yeah, I know she's not saying that it's going to play a part, but it's definitely kind of alluding to it. Because why would the writer be saying this?
Right.
So, yeah, really strange. And I know they're going to say, "Oh, we didn't incorporate it. It's not COVID-19. It's
yeah.
It's XYZ 3534,
Right. Exactly. And clearly, it's going to be, some evil.
It was that
mastermind.
damned Legion of Doom,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, not what I want to see.
Right.
I don't want to go see the Wonder Woman pandemic special. Like,
and again, we don't know that that's what she's talking about, but it almost seems that way from that statement.
Yeah.
It's.
But yeah, and if, like I said, if that's what the direction is, you're a decade early,
right?
Because we're not going to want to see any more of this stuff and probably more than a decade early, right?
Yeah.
Because we want to be a decade on the other side.
Yeah, absolutely.
Before we want to see this crap again.
Right.
I don't need to see it in the news and all that stuff before I go to the movies and then see it in the movies and then come back and see it on the news. Like,
you got to quit watching the news, man.
That's beside the point.
Here's what if, and this is a big if that is what's putting the delay on Rogue Squadron. Yeah, Rogue One already came out. Then I just find that to be really hard to believe because.
But an announcement for Rogue One being delayed wouldn't surprise me right now. Like
Rogue Squadron? Wait, Rogue
One?
No. I don't understand.
Being facetious.
Okay.
Like it's already out, but delayed.
Yeah. You know what? This might all be a ploy when you think about it, right? Because every Star Wars, Disney Star Wars production has had its production hang-ups and
this is a weird way to say all is normal, man. Like
exactly. That's what I'm getting at. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Things are screwed up. All's well. Yes.
Good. We still don't know what the hell we're doing.
Right. That's exactly what that's exactly right there.
All right. Well, I hope it still makes its 2023 release, but I don't have high hopes.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what's not waiting for pandemic to play out.
What's that?
Galactic Starcruiser.
Oh, yeah.
So, pandemic, ridiculous pricing.
Right.
Doesn't matter. The first 3 months of Galactic Starcruiser, fully booked.
Oh, my Lord.
Fully booked.
Wow. At those prices?
Yep. Doesn't matter.
Wow. Okay.
Doesn't matter. So yeah, March, April, May, completely sold out. Won't even show up if you go to the availability calendar.
Okay. That's amazing. I remember when we covered what that's gonna cost, and I I'm blown away. And unless the occupancy is kind of low, I don't know. But I'm thinking.
Well, there is that, right?
Yeah.
Is there a reduced occupancy?
It's possible.
I mean, even still, even if they go to 50%,
Right.
and there ain't no way they're gonna come out swinging at 50%.
No, I agree.
There's no way.
I
They'd put it off. They would put it off.
I don't think that we have any kind of idea what the occupancy is for the Starcruiser, but
I imagine it, like, if it's like, I imagine that 50% capacity isn't worth turning the power on. Like,
right. No, I agree with you, because if it costs that much to go,
although looking at that pricing, maybe it is.
what? Oh, turn the power
like,
on.
We got 3 rooms booked. It's all right. We're coming out on the positive.
Yeah,
Man.
exactly. Yeah, but the pricing would lead you to believe that. But the proof's going to be in the pudding when people actually start going and see what kind of an experience they come away with. So
we may be completely eating our words, and the experience is totally worth the money.
it's possible.
They'd really have to be doing more than what they've put out there.
Yes.
I would just say, with the information you have available and the pricing that's put forward, it doesn't seem worth it. Seems like fun.
Yes.
But
yeah.
Seems like fun I could have doing other Star Wars events.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. All I have to say is, those people who have their slots and they're going, congratulations. I hope you have a good time.
Please share your experience.
Share your experience and yeah. Thank God you're doing it, because there's no way I could bring myself to. For sure.
And that's, I agree with you completely. And I'm a guy that spends a ridiculous amount of money to do Star Wars stuff.
Sure. Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, okay. Got to draw the line somewhere.
Exactly.
And I've gone to 2 celebrations, spent stupid money going to 2 celebrations. This one seemed like,
yeah.
I don't see it.
Exactly. But hey, it's directly adjacent to the happiest place on earth. So hopefully it'll make all these people happy.
Right.
I'm
but
sure
at the
they'll have
same
fun.
time, it's like, supposedly I can go to Galaxy's Edge, get a fully immersive Star Wars experience.
Right?
Right. But I spend the same amount I would spend to go to Disney anyway.
Exactly.
Whereas this, I spend, twice as much for 2 days.
Sure. Yeah.
For my Disney experience. I don't know, man. And it seems like I'd be locked into the hotel, right? Because I'm paying for this.
From what we've seen and heard, yes. It does seem kind of like we'll just call it an inclusive experience. Like inclusive isn't the right word, but
exclusive would probably be the more proper word.
Yeah, like your whole experience is going to be in the Starcruiser, right?
Yeah, you're not going to want to I booked a room at the Galactic Starcruiser. I'm going to the Magic Kingdom today.
Right.
You're not going to want to do that.
Right. That's how my Disney experience has been in the past, right? You're out of the room by 9 a.m. and you're back at 10 p.m. and
right.
I never see the room. Yeah.
And then by 11:30, most Disney resort stuff is pretty, even the resort you're staying at, most of that stuff's shut down.
Right.
There's still stuff going on. You can still get things. It's going to cost you.
Sure.
But by 11:30, you're pretty much going to bed.
Yep.
One, you're whooped.
Exactly.
Two, there ain't nothing to do. So
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Hopefully, we get some, like you said, shared experiences online. It'll be interesting to see.
definitely looking forward to the feedback.
Right.
All right. Lego.
Oh, these guys again?
Yeah, but it's not one of their films that we're gonna hate.
Oh, okay. Hey, remember you just said that. I'm just gonna say, remember you just said that for later on in this show. We'll just go there. How's
Oh God.
that?
So just to put that out there, Doug teased to me in our pre-show something he's not going to tell me anything about. So he's got a topic tonight he's not telling me anything about.
Yeah, let's not build it up too much. I mean,
No, I gotta put this out there because, like, when I'm trying to segue into that thing, I have no idea what's coming.
Right.
I just want to not sound like I'm just dumb, right? All right, but anyways, Lego. Ultimate Collector Series. We've seen 2 installments already with the Millennium Falcon and the Star Destroyer.
Right.
Pretty cool. Pricey,
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
but cool. Well, they're adding another one, and probably could have predicted this one.
Oh, you think?
Yeah. I mean, I think the next iconic vehicle to do would probably be the AT-AT.
Okay. Well, it's a good one.
Would you have gone elsewhere?
I don't know. See, I mean, the first couple are starships, right?
Yeah, I mean, maybe the 10 and 4.
Something like that. Yes. Yeah. Something like that would be what I would think of. But definitely respectable.
Yeah, so,
Who doesn't want an AT-AT laying around, right?
I mean, this one wouldn't be just laying around.
Oh, you got to build it, and then it's going to sit around.
Yeah, it's going to take up a lot of space.
Okay.
I mean, you could put a tabletop on this, I guess, or
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's huge. It's 24 inches tall, so 2 feet.
Oh, okay.
You know, I will say that, like, you know, you think Lego pricing. Think
Yeah.
what it costs to get a Lego set anyway.
Right.
And then you see these sets, and you're like, oh, it kind of makes sense.
Whether it makes sense or not, it falls in line with their other pricing.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Just put it that way.
So, yeah, so AT-AT coming. You can pick one up, $800.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah, it's 24 and a half inches tall. 27. What? Okay. Someone screwed up here. 27.1 inches wide. What the hell does that mean? 27.1 or 28? What are you going with here?
Wide? Or they mean like nose to tail?
Uh,
Okay.
or length.
Length. Okay. 27-inch length. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
27.1. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't either.
Because they put 24.5 and then they got 27.1 inches. So I'm assuming they just missed the decimal point.
That's good possibility. Yeah.
And then the width is 9.5 inches.
Okay. Now it makes sense. Yes.
So it's got all the doors will open with detailed interiors.
Oh, nice.
The head's movable, legs are adjustable. So all the guns, all that stuff's all movable.
Wow.
Speeder bikes, E-Web cannon,
Oh, really?
9 miniatures, including Luke Skywalker, General Veers, 2 AT-AT drivers, Snowtrooper, and
Oh,
4 snowtrooper miniatures.
this is totally a Hoth
Yes.
at it. Sweet.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Well, that makes it just a little more worth it. Just
Oh
little.
yeah, and they like if you look at the images, I mean they've totally got the cable, and you can have Luke Skywalker dangling from the bottom of this thing.
And that's the way it should be displayed. Yes.
Yeah, there's tons of pictures, and they've got Luke dangling from the bottom.
I mean, really, they should give you the snowspeeder that you could have underfoot. That's my opinion.
But then it would be $850.
Yeah, probably. Yes, you are correct. Yes, it would. But at that point, what's the difference?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you're already there,
Yes.
might as well go for it.
Right.
So, I mean, you can still pick up your snowspeeder.
That's true.
So I don't know what you're bitching about.
Make sure Dak's in there. Too soon?
Yeah, you just got to lay it in the front. About to step on it.
Right.
Luke's like, sorry, bro.
Yep.
He gave him one good shake.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool.
It's cool. Yeah.
I haven't seen physically the Star Destroyer, but I did physically see a Millennium Falcon.
Uh-huh.
These things are cool.
Yeah.
They are all out. Definitely a bigger offering than the traditional retail Lego product, right?
Right.
So kind of justifies the price, I guess.
Yeah, well,
Like comparatively.
comparatively, yeah.
Comparatively, it justifies the price. I feel like their market's gonna be hurting a little bit with 3D printing becoming such a thing, but
Well,
that's a whole other conversation.
that's a whole nother, yeah, it is. And I will say, they are pretty clamped down on their IP when it comes to that world, the 3D printing
I
world.
mean, they'd have to be.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you got a tape measure,
Oh, there's nothing stopping you from doing your own CAD work. That's for sure. Yeah. Yeah. You're just not going to find it out on the open internet.
no, I wouldn't expect that. All right. Oh, where to go? Academy Awards.
Right.
Come
So,
on, we got to be a little ways out from this, right?
yeah, but there needs to be time too for the Academy to take in all the content and kind of judge it, right?
Yeah, I don't think they've ever put much time into this, but that's another.
Yeah. I guess what we're getting at though is Star Wars Visions short
Yep.
submitted for Academy Award by Walt Disney Company. So
Wow.
this is
So Disney really wants to get in on the Star Wars front and lose at the Academy Awards.
exactly. I know. It's like, have you guys looked at the history of Star Wars in the award shows? It's not great. So,
They're like, just put it all out there. We got to win one of them.
well,
Like, if we make everything,
yeah, yes, exactly. Right. Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me because I believe they have some Pixar shorts and stuff that they've done recently. They could be submitting that as well. So, yeah.
Yep.
But it was one episode in particular of Visions that was submitted, and it was The Village Bride.
really.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I guess that kind of makes sense.
Okay.
It's not the most action-packed.
Certainly not.
Not the most dialogue intensive,
Right.
but the artwork's fantastic.
Sure. And that's, I would say, I would argue that every one of these in its own unique way, the artwork is fantastic.
Right. But I think this one highlights the art more than any other episode.
Okay. Wow. More than
because you have, absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. Because you have those like mountain climbing scenes, like they're walking through the trails.
Yes.
He's carrying the
carry the bride up the mountain.
Yep. So it's just highlighting the landscapes. So it's all art.
Yeah, there's a lot of good art in there. That's for sure. I mean, and it culminates
given
with
that the Academy has a very high opinion of the artsy fartsy selves.
Oh, that they do.
This is playing into their wheelhouse. Like,
oh, but wait, Joe, wait till you get to the end. As soon as they ignite a lightsaber, I'm out.
That's that. You gotta send them the beginning. You just send them that clip. You don't send them the whole episode.
Right.
Don't be crazy.
Exactly.
You send them the beginning. They're walking the trails. There's the music. They're like, yes, this is beautiful.
Right.
And then stop.
Yes.
The second you show a lightsaber or a blaster or any shit like that, you're out.
Exactly. Oh, that's funny. No Wookiees.
Yep.
No TIE fighters.
They see it. They're going to be like, Star Wars? You don't show us Star Wars.
Right. I love it.
So.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see if this gets all the consideration the past Star Wars have gotten in the Academy.
Oh, sure it will.
Yeah.
It's just, will it get more?
Right.
It's definitely going to get the consideration that all other Star Wars have gotten.
Right.
They're like, yeah, we accepted it.
Yes, exactly.
We accepted it for consideration.
Yes. See, they submit it. I'm sure this is one of those things where when you submit it, there's also like, a fee for consideration, right? It's like, yes, we'll take it under consideration and your money. And,
my advice to them is to submit it under the title Visions, the Village Bride.
Right. Exactly. Yes.
You got to trick them.
Yeah. Is that how it works? Oh, I love it.
Yeah, you put Star Wars Visions, the Village Bride, you lose.
Yes.
You lose. They don't care about how much money it makes. They don't care about how many people like it.
Right.
They only care about what they like.
Which is, what'd you call it?
Artsy fartsy.
There we go. Yes.
They will literally give an award to something only 4 people have seen.
Yes.
Over something like, like you can even, another example is Marvel, right? Like,
sure.
Look at Marvel's performance at the Academy Awards. It's not great.
No.
Any major franchise does not do well at the Academy.
Yes. Okay. That being said, I would venture that most Star Wars films go a little deeper than, let's say, the Marvel franchise, right?
Well, that's another conversation.
Okay, that is true. If they're going to be considered, let's really consider the differences, right?
But it's the same. It's the same reason why Star Wars doesn't get considered. They take that whole franchise tag. Like, Star Wars' best chance was 1977.
Yes.
Or it would have been the 78 awards, right? Like, that was their best chance.
Yeah.
Once you become a franchise at the Academy, you're screwed.
Yeah.
You need to have one-off,
Yeah. This great independent film.
Yeah.
Wait,
it
did really good?
It doesn't matter that the actors won 30 of them,
Right.
but Star Wars, we can't consider franchise films. But hey, Leo's up for another one.
Right.
We don't ban franchise actors.
Exactly.
On a side note, I think Leo's great.
Sure.
It deserves every bit of his awards.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's the same thing. I feel like it should get the same, like it's the same kind of idea. Same person versus same franchise, right? Like, if the work is good, it shouldn't matter.
Agreed.
But there's an obvious stigma towards franchise product at the Academy.
Yeah, for sure. We'll see. I mean, you never know. This might be the big break for Star Wars into getting some trophies.
Yes. For Visions, The Village Bride.
Right.
Listen to my words. Visions, Village Bride.
Yeah.
All right. Giancarlo Esposito.
Yes.
I like this guy. He says what he thinks.
And you've got to love him for it. He was at Fan Expo Denver, and I do have audio for this, and I have to apologize for the audio, but this was taken by a fan in the audience, and so the quality's not great, but you can make it out. But he was asked, which co-star he most enjoyed working with in The Mandalorian, and he had an interesting answer, especially at this point in the game. Work.
In The Mandalorian, who is your favorite co-worker to work with?
My goodness. Okay, so you were asking me for one. Yeah. I have to say, and this may be, I'll say it without hesitation. Gina Carano. I'm not going to weigh in on any of that in particular, other than any of her political beliefs or what she said, whether I think it's inappropriate or appropriate or not. Right? We as actors, we probably sometimes, I know for me, I should just shut my mouth. But sometimes I can't. And I've got to say what I believe because it has to go on record. I love working with her. She's warm and beautiful and wonderful. And, I don't care what her politics are. I love the fact that she came to acting late and that she was so raw and original and beautiful. And I just think she's a lovely person. So I shout her out and I say she's one of my favorites.
Right on.
Right on. I have to say, that's a refreshing take on who someone is right now. I love the fact that, as two people in a workplace, they can put things like that aside and just enjoy working with the person and getting to know them for who they are, and other stuff that shouldn't be a part of it isn't. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I mean, just putting it into context for everybody's daily life, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, I know people that are, in my opinion, really fantastic people.
Right.
I really enjoy being around them, but sometimes they say dumb shit.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And I call them out
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
I'll let them know, like, hey, you said some dumb stuff right there. But that doesn't affect things going forward. Like, they're still good people.
Yeah.
And it sounds like from, we've heard it from Carl Weathers. Now we're hearing it from Giancarlo Esposito. We've heard it from Pedro Pascal in the past.
Yeah.
It sounds like she's a great person to work with.
Yeah, totally.
But okay, so she said some stuff she probably shouldn't say because, it affects your job, right? But still.
Yeah.
Still. She's getting the job done. People like her.
Exactly. She was awesome in that role.
Yeah.
And that's all that matters for me. I mean, yeah, everyone's free to agree or disagree or whatever.
I mean, it sounded like the crowd agreed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there was quite a bit of cheering there when he mentioned her name.
Apparently none of them are on Twitter.
Exactly. Yes. I just, I just thought it was refreshing to hear a take like that. That I think we just need more of that. Hey, let's put all this stuff that we're going to be, angry about or stuff that could, put that aside and let's just get down to, hey, I like working with you. Let's do some good stuff,
Right. Now, I will play devil's advocate a little bit.
Okay.
That same notion needs to be applied by, like, Gina Carano, right?
Absolutely.
Put your politics aside. Just do your job. Social media, look, you're a public figure. I shouldn't say a public figure. You're not a politician or anything, but you're very much in the public spotlight.
Yes.
You're representing a company.
Yes.
Put it aside. You don't need to do it. You don't need to be, do the, look, I don't care about your politics. I don't care even when you do it, but like, I don't care to see it either.
Right.
I don't care about what she said, what she did, whatever. Didn't bother me. Like,
agreed.
But at the same time, I don't want to see it either.
Right. Yeah. It's just not necessary. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't feel like she did enough for me to grab my torch, right? Like,
yeah, exactly.
Was it in poor taste? Sure. Did I understand where her head was at? A little, I guess. I still think it was in poor taste.
Right.
But the most important thing for me was I don't care to see it. I don't give a damn what side you're on. I'm here for Star Wars.
Right.
Yeah. And, there are other people that are there because you were in MMA. They're not there for your politics.
Right.
You're not a politician. We don't give a damn.
Honestly, this falls right in line with our speculation on the Rogue Squadron delay, right? If it's got to do with the pause button being pushed on the Wonder Woman 3, writing until the pandemic plays out, right?
Yeah, if that's a part of it, I'm not interested.
Exactly.
It's escapism.
Exactly. So, now,
if you decide you're done with escapism and you want to go back to being just a regular person who's going to say dumb shit online, go for it.
Right.
But until then, leave me out of your political crap.
Yes. We want Star Wars politics in Star Wars, not...
Right. You want to talk about how messed up the Trade Federation was?
Yes. Trade Federation bad. Yeah. Yes. That we can deal with.
Your mask opinion, I don't give a damn.
Yep.
Okay?
Yes, I love it.
So that's where I stand.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I don't care what side of it you're on. I'm here for Star Wars.
That's right.
We can talk about the Trade Federation. Mask mandates, not important. I'll deal with that in my daily life,
Yes,
not when I'm looking for Star Wars.
absolutely.
All right. All right, hit me, Doug.
All right. Cool. So, do you remember what you said earlier?
About what?
The Lego movies. Or shows. What'd you call them?
Rap.
Yes. Yes. I think that was, pretty much spot on. So every time
Now-
what?
Before you go there,
Yeah.
there's a reason why I say that.
Right. Oh, do it. Hit me. Come on.
And and I'm sure eye rolls are coming. But my reason for saying that is Lego's okay. Apparently Detours isn't.
Thank you. All right. So,
All right. Now you can continue.
being interviewed on the Lights Camera Barstool show was Seth Green. And of course, right? You always got to get, if you were ever involved in Star Wars whatsoever, you are asked these questions about Star Wars. So the host asked if he thought there was ever any chance that Detours might air.
You're about to hurt me, aren't you?
Not about it being aired. And it's an interesting lesson in producing content, which is something that anybody that's ever produced content learns, which is that there's a definite reality to things being made and never being exhibited. Some of this, I think, is more about the way in which it could be distributed and the fact that Lucasfilm has a clear mandate of the content they're going to release under the banner, and that this, because it predates any of that evolution or decision making or the Disney acquisition or the Disney Plus being a platform, it isn't the content they want to put out under that banner.
Lego has blocked Detours.
Isn't the content they want to put out under that banner?
Holy crap.
Did I hurt
We
you?
talked about this. And it might be like 10 episodes ago.
Yes. Well, maybe 10 episodes in a row. Go ahead.
But this is obvious. They have a deal with Lego.
Right.
Lego saw it. They're like, no way in hell. Dude, this is our shtick.
So I would say that's probably got something to do with it. This might be a little bit of a reach, but I'm going to play another portion here.
Okay.
Where and I want you to pay real close attention to
Oh, you're asking a lot.
Seth's inflections and stuff as he starts to talk about this, but I kind of get the impression from this next clip that he maybe he feels like his show might not be received as well these days, but we'll see what you think, Joe. But yeah, here we go.
We set out to make a Simpsons in the Star Wars universe. That's exactly what we did, and it's broken up into those pieces, some of which leaked, and nobody likes that, honestly, because for real, the legalities of content and IP protection at Lucasfilm, it's so serious. Like, I've been made aware of how big and insistent that apparatus is. So the fact that something leaked, like, nobody likes that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? because there's so few people that have access to any of that material in perpetuity, let alone at the time. The fact that anything got out from any point, nobody likes that. Yeah, but we made something we really dug, and we still dig, and put a lot of effort in. But it also isn't. It's something that was that was derived at that moment, a moment when there wasn't a plan to make new movies, a moment when there wasn't a plan to introduce this content to a different generation, with ongoing narrative storytelling.
Okay.
It was kind of at the end there, right?
Yeah, but I don't think that's what he meant. I think he's under the impression that they are focused on ongoing narrative storytelling, meaning anything they put out is canon.
Okay.
Now, that takes me to my next point.
I'm not so sure about that.
Obviously, don't give a shit about that.
Yeah, exactly.
And I've said that word a lot tonight. Holy crap. But I could see that being an excuse. Okay?
Right, like the official
That's the excuse
company
they're using
narrative.
Because they already have one parody going on. They're allowing the Lego parody. They don't want another because they're worried about their ongoing narrative storytelling.
Right. So one thing that I can definitely, man, I don't want to come across the wrong way with this, okay?
Go for it.
But when you put the two side by side, right? A Lego versus Detours. It's like, in my opinion,
apples to apples.
Almost. Okay, so you're gonna use apples, then I'm gonna say Lego's like a Red Delicious, like super sweet, right? Detours is like a Granny Smith, like little.
I'll agree with that.
Okay,
so Detours would be your parody. He said it. He said it in there. It's like The Simpsons, right?
Yes.
So it's going to be what would be still young, appealing.
Yep.
But with adult content.
Adult content that in some, probably more so today than when it was created, could be slightly abrasive, right? I look at Ben, the crazy old man, right? Some people might take that the wrong way. You never know, right? When they're showing Leia as the spoiled brat, it's like, it's funny, right?
Yeah.
Might come across wrong to some people. Times are different now. You don't get any of that kind of stuff in the Lego stuff at all.
Yeah, but at the same time, now I'm about to go overboard. This hypersensitivity was already started.
Yeah, well,
it was already started when they were working on Detours to begin with. They knew this was happening. I can't imagine that's what he's referring to. Like, they knew that was already going on. They had to.
So I gotta be honest, I think it might be,
I mean, it's turned up to 11, but it was at 10.
But what I'm saying is, there's a difference between George thinking it's funny and Bob Iger thinking it's funny.
Well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm getting at. Is this something that we want to be promoting under the Disney umbrella? It's just a hair on the other side of what we want to produce.
Yeah.
So,
But I was just watching The Simpsons over the weekend on Disney Plus. Like,
sure. I know. Yep. I get it. But
I think the more telling thing here is what Lego is being afforded and what Detours is not. I think that's the telling thing. Like,
sure.
they just don't want too many parody. And yes, there is that. They probably want to stay away from the adult parody type stuff, like the
Right.
Simpsons, Family Guy kind of dynamic. Like, but it being fear,
I don't think it's fear necessarily, but it's not on brand. How's that? You know, not on brand, and you know, I think you're absolutely right with there being some sort of contract obligation to Lego too.
Yeah.
But I hate to break
How
it
far
to you.
do I want to go with this?
It sounds like it's not happening, Joe. I'm sorry.
I just wonder how far I want to go with my argument here.
Oh,
Like how far do I want to push the umbrella? Okay, screw it. They're worried about on brand, right?
yeah.
Because Detours might make a joke that people might not find funny.
Right.
They have no problem filming Mulan down the street from a borderline slave camp.
Yes.
So
yeah. No, I hear you. And there's a lot of people that hear you. That's for sure. And we've had this discussion a little bit in the past, and this is, I've kind of pushed this narrative a little bit when it comes to Detours. And I think the other thing that it has to do with is this was George's thing.
yeah,
I
mean, that's definitely part of it.
Yes. So, I mean, all of that, there's probably a little bit of all of that put together, and it's just a no-go. And I feel like who that really hurts is the fans, because this is something that we would all enjoy to some more or less degree. And I don't know. I don't see why they couldn't put it out there. Put it out there. Yeah. Soft launch it, right? Just put it up on Disney Plus and don't say a word about it. Word would get around,
Run a 1 or 2 episode pilot, like
right. Yeah.
feel it out.
See how the streams go on that. Yeah. But unfortunately, I got a feeling that it probably won't see the light of day.
No. And it's going right there with 1313.
Exactly.
It's going right there with Underground.
Underworld, yeah.
Underworld, yeah.
All of that, when I bring up George, all of that were George's pet projects that were going on, and during the time of the acquisition, and all of it, and including Clone Wars, scrapped. Right?
Yeah.
Clone Wars, there was such a backlash, they finished it out. So,
Yeah, I mean, I have a feeling we're going to have a lot of fun in like 10 years.
yeah.
Yeah, when everyone involved with Disney Lucasfilm, right,
Uh-huh.
is now off their contractual obligations to not say stuff.
And they're writing their tell-all books. Yeah.
Yeah.
It could happen.
We're going to hear a lot about the studio interference, right?
I honestly have no doubt. Yes.
Like, that was too much like this. This is not on brand. It's not this.
Yes. I I could see that happening, and I look forward to the day when we can actually get all that. Yeah, it'll be cool.
Looking at you, JJ.
Right.
Waiting for your excuse.
Nice.
All right. Well, that about wraps it up. If you have anything to add, you can always email us, show@thewarsandmore.com. This is the best way to get a hold of us. We're also on social media, at The Wars and More on Twitter, facebook.com/thewarsandmore. Find all that and all the ways to find the show over at thewarsandmore.com. Any final thoughts this week, Doug?
No, I think that about covers it.
All right. We will talk next week.